appreciate that. I am over my time, so with that, I yield back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the gentlelady. Gentlelady yields back and now recognize the ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Pallone, for his 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Last Congress, Democrats delivered for the middle class by passing the bipartisan infrastructure law and making unprecedented investments to combat climate change, rebuild infrastructure, and bolster domestic manufacturing. The Clean School Bus Program is one of the many programs making meaningful investments to meet these goals, and early results suggest that this program is off to a good start. Unfortunately, Republicans have relentlessly criticized the Clean School Bus Program, even after the first awards went out to underserved communities for clean buses. Republicans have continued to undermine EPA. So let me ask you, Mr. O'Donnell, in your written testimony, you said that if you had to give this program a grade today, quote, it would be incomplete, end of quote. Now, while I can understand that EPA still has funds to disperse, I'm concerned that some of the characterizations in your testimony could be misread as conclusions about EPA's implementation, and I think that would be particularly problematic given your office has not completed its own early work to evaluate the program. So my first question is, would you like to clarify anything in that testimony to help us better understand which stage you are at in evaluating implementation of the Clean School Bus Program?
Oversight's an ongoing process, and it's one that since the IIJA has passed, we have been engaged in robustly. It includes audits and evaluations, but it also includes investigations and then also other types of products, like I said, lessons learned. And so, we are in that first round of funding. The EPA chose to use rebates. Those are very risky. We're still waiting to see the results. We're hoping, I think everyone hopes, our goal is to make sure, to help the agency make sure that all that money meets, benefits the beneficiaries as intended. But right now, it's very early to tell if the design of that program is meeting the goals of the program.
Now, when can we expect to see the results of your initial audit?
Of our first audit, soon.
Oh, that's the best you can say.
I'm hoping this calendar year for sure.
Okay. Now, I understand that inspectors general often engage with agency staff in order to discuss potential findings and recommendations before the release of a final report. Have you or your staff conveyed any findings and recommendations, or even the lack of findings and recommendations, to EPA staff regarding the Clean School Bus Program?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And are there any preliminary findings that you can share to give us an idea of what you are or not finding?
Right. So as I spoke to in my written testimony and here today, for us, I think the biggest, most noteworthy finding, at least preliminarily, is that there was not a requirement for consultation with the utilities in supporting the sort of hookup of the chargers. And the result of that is we've seen about 500 buses, 500 requests for buses that have been they've asked for extensions in order to consult with the local utilities to make sure that they can support and get that hooked up.
And when do you expect to issue any interim or final report?
Well, as I said, by this calendar year.
By this calendar year, okay. Now, I will keep an eye on that deadline, obviously, interested to see what you find. If there are issues, we want to make sure that we're working to fix them so this program succeeds, and I know the hardworking staff at EPA are dedicated to its success as well. And while I think it is clear this hearing is premature, as an audit has not yet been completed, I do appreciate the opportunity to hear from you and your work with you as your audits and evaluations are completed. We all want the Clean School Bus Program to be successful, because it is protecting children in the communities where we represent, and good oversight can be a big part of ensuring that success. So again, let me thank you, and I'll yield back my time at this point.
Gentleman yields back. Now recognize the gentleman from California, Mr. Cardenas, for his 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you very much, Chairman Griffith, and also Vice Chair Lesko and Ranking Member Castor for allowing me to wave on today. And thank you,